Good morning, everybody. So we're at a little spot close to home to do some testing with the all-wheel steer Vertex10w. Had this thing up and running maybe Friday. Putzed around in the garage and got a single kind of big rock in my front yard that I can get some rigs up on just to make sure everything felt good before I brought it out on the rocks here. But this is the first go of the first pack I'm really putting through it. So I drive a dual motor and all-wheel steer rig for our local Class 3 and Crawlapalooza Unlimited class. It's a Subject Zero chassis, Subject Zero V2 chassis with capper axles front and rear. Heavy, lots of brass up front, a couple deluxe stumpies, and the dual stilte. And I'm never thoroughly satisfied with my Class 3 rigs. So once I got this up and running, added the dig, everything was great. The only thing we were lacking was the rear steer. So I wanted to make sure to get that done here and see if this could be a potential replacement for that rig. I might drive the rest of our local season with this thing, and I think I'm in second place for the season. I think I missed an event last weekend, dropped me down from first. And maybe I'll drive this thing at Crawlapalooza and see how she does. So dig is still in there. Converted the let's see, let me start over here a little bit. So my Class 3 currently has capper axles front and rear. I got to do a change with that, and I wanted to try the Muse isokinetic capras. So I bought a set of those. I wanted to put one on the front. I like the stock center diff plastic axle in the rear. Before I do that, I thought, well, this would be a good opportunity to do the all-wheel steer setup on the Vertex, since Red Cat isn't offering stock axle assemblies yet. So I dropped the heavy front Muse in here and moved the front axle to the rear. The Muse is sitting at like 510 grams heavy. The stock 10W axle is 514, I think, very close. And then when I pulled the heavy options out of it for the plastic and made it light, I think it went down to 320. That is with the steel tubes in it still. I have not yet pulled them out to put in carbon tubes, but that's on my list as well. So I've got around 35-ish% overdrive in here by moving the diff gears around. It feels pretty good. This thing felt incredibly stable and predictable the way it was set up before with the dig and whatnot. And I'm hoping it feels just as good now with the all-wheel steer. And so far, I'm very happy with it. Let me get a little closer here. I'll show you how I made that dig work, or that rear steer. So, in order to keep the rear suspension geometry correct, I redesigned the servo mount, basically lengthened it this way to add holes for my upper links in the rear. So these are shorter than stock because the stock links would terminate back here. So they're quite a bit shorter, and they're narrower together to keep that triangulation there. My final product here for the plate will have a few different mounting holes here to adjust the width of these so you can control your roll center there. And putting spacers under here will allow you to basically act as a link riser there to add more anti-squat. But this is a good start, and so far it feels excellent. Don't know my weight bias as of right now. I was sitting 62%. Class 3 with rear steer is always tough to get to my 64% goal that I like, but I got a few more things planned, so we'll see how it ends up. So far, this thing's pretty good. Nice and stable. Nice and steady. Stock body appears to fit within our local rules and Crawlapalooza rules. So I think I'll run it for a while, keep my others back up, and go from there. If you want the rear steer kit, let me know what you think about options. It'll be a servo mount and links, upper links for sure. Probably rod ends. To make it easier, I'm able to use straight rod ends for those uppers, and if I keep the links short enough, you can swap between Revo 5525 rod ends or the normal Traxxas to adjust how much caster you want in the rear. Shorter ends would give you more caster. The Revo longer ends would put you basically at 0. Another thing to note is the steering angles. So my modded front axle gives me a ton of steering. I've actually only set it to 50% right now through my radio, because on a rear steer rig I never run 100% steering in the rear. I get much more steering with the stock 10W front than I do with the Muse, so I'm gonna have to get the grinder out and shave these down, because there's more to come. On that front side there, it bottoms out there to limit, but the other side on the back there, it'll go away as more. So that'll be my next step, is to get the Dremel out and take care of that. But so far so good. I dig it. We'll see how she does against my other locals here. We got an event next Saturday, so I'll put some more time in with it then, and actually get it out onto a course with some gates. Anyway, I'm gonna keep driving this thing and let the glasses here time out at the 10-minute mark.